Okay, so you guys gave us some pretty interesting stuff to think about.
Yeah.
About some common relationship pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought we would do a deep dive into this relationship advice. We are calling this deep dive relationship roadblocks.
I like that.
Yeah.
Catchy.
Yeah. So think of this as like a little checkup, not a diagnosis. We are just going to kind of go over 5 things that this expert pointed out.
Exactly. And, we're not going to point fingers or say, this is what's wrong with your relationship.
Right.
Just see if any of these patterns resonate with you. Think about your own experiences as we go through this. What resonates? What sounds familiar?
Yeah.
And just have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the first one that this expert brought up was lack of communication.
Oh, the big C.
The big C.
Right.
Yeah.
Like everybody struggles with this.
Right.
And this person made a really good point. It's not just about how much you talk.
Right.
It's about the quality of that communication.
Right. And I feel like, especially as we get into long-term relationships, it's really easy to
get in a rut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To just like go through the motions.
Absolutely. You're just like, okay, we had dinner, we talked about our day.
Right.
We're good.
Yeah. Or we're sitting in the same room, but we're both on our phones.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's like, are we actually connecting?
Yeah.
Or are we just in the same space?
Right. And that's that whole thing, like, are you listening or are you waiting for your turn to speak?
Oh, that's such a good one.
How many times have we done that?
Right.
We're like, and in our heads we're thinking, what am I going to say next? So, they talk about active listening and, instead of planning your response while the other person's talking, really trying to focus on what they're saying, maybe paraphrase it back to them.
Oh, that's good.
Does this sound right?
Right.
Make sure you're really understanding.
Yeah, I feel like that forces you to actually be present.
Yes.
And listen, because you have to kind of like process it and then speed it back out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
And make sure you're getting it right.
Yeah. So much of communication is nonverbal too.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you making eye contact?
Right.
Are you, what are your facial expressions saying? What's your body language?
Yeah.
So much is communicated that way.
Yeah. Even just like nodding your head to let the other person know you're like, I'm with you, I'm tracking.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, and this one is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Is taking each other for granted.
Yeah.
And I think that especially, again, long-term relationships.
It happens.
It can really easily happen.
We get comfortable.
Yeah. It's like, remember in the beginning when you guys were first dating and you would like plan all these elaborate dates and you got all dressed up?
The effort. The effort was there.
The effort, right. And it's like, now it's just like, sweatpants, Netflix.
I mean, hey, listen, there's a time and place for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. But we can't let that be the only thing.
Right.
And there's actually a psychological reason for this. It's called habituation.
Oh.
Tell me more. Yeah. So basically what happens is the more we're exposed to something, the less novel it becomes and the less we react to it. So in the beginning of a relationship, everything is new and exciting, right? You get all those like butterflies and your heart's racing and you're super aware of all these things partner's doing. But then over time, as you become more familiar, those things kind of become, you just don't even notice them anymore.
Right, yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that we have to be more intentional about how we approach the relationship.
Right.
Right. So, little things like expressing gratitude, just saying thank you, for the things your partner does for you, even if it's something they've always done.
Right.
You take out the trash. Thank you for doing that.
Right.
You make dinner. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And small acts of service.
Right.
Do something nice for your partner. Make them coffee in the morning.
Right.
Surprise them with their favorite takeout. Just little things that show that you're thinking of them and that you appreciate them.
And that you're still putting in effort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Effort.
Okay. So speaking of effort, the next one is about setting boundaries.
Ooh, good one.
And I really loved how this expert said it. They said it's not about control.
Right.
It's about respect.
Exactly.
And I think that's such a good way to put it.
Yeah. And it's about honoring your needs and your partner's needs,
right.
And it's about recognizing that sometimes those needs might be in conflict.
Right.
Right.
So how do we kind of navigate that?
Well, and first of all, it's recognizing what are your boundaries.
Right.
A lot of people are walking around and they're not even aware of what their boundaries are,
right.
So think about, what are the things that are really important to you? What are the things that if somebody crosses this line, you're going to feel resentful. You're going to feel angry. You're going to feel taken advantage of.
Right.
Okay? And it could be things like, your time.
Yeah.
I need some time to myself to recharge.
Right.
It could be physical space. I need my own space. It could be emotional space. I need to be able to process my emotions without you trying to fix them or tell me how I should feel.
Yeah.
It could be about decision making.
Right.
I need to feel like my voice is heard.
Right.
And my opinions are respected.
Yeah.
So once you've identified what your boundaries are, then you can start to communicate them to your partner.
Right.
Yeah.
Clearly and respectfully.
Exactly. It's not about, being demanding or controlling. It's about saying, hey, this is really important to me.
Yeah.
Can we work together to make sure that this is respected?
Right.
And
that goes back to that first point of communication.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It all ties together.
Right. Okay, this next one is something that I think we all try to avoid.
Yeah.
But the expert said it is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And that is dealing with conflict.
Oh, the dreaded C word.
I know.
Nobody wants to fight, but you know what?
It's going to happen.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
In any relationship, you're going to have conflict.
Right.
You're two different people.
Right.
You have different perspectives. You have different opinions. You have different needs.
Right.
And so there are going to be times when those things clash.
Yeah.
Right.
And they even said that sweeping issues under the rug just creates a bigger mess.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like letting dishes pile up in the sink.
Right.
Eventually, you're not even going to be able to find the sink.
Right.
It's just going to be this huge, overwhelming mess.
Right. Then it just becomes like this huge thing.
Yeah.
To even like.
And then it becomes so much harder to clean up.
Totally.
Yeah. So it's much better to deal with conflicts as they arise.
Okay, but how do we do that?
Well, first of all, it's about recognizing that conflicts are not a sign that the relationship is doomed.
Okay.
They're actually opportunities for growth.
Okay.
Right. It's a chance for you to learn more about your partner, for your partner to learn more about you, and to figure out how to work together.
Right.
To find solutions that work for both of you.
So how do we fight fair? Because I think that's what people get tripped up on. It's like as soon as it starts to get heated, it's like all bets are off.
Right. We revert back to, our primal instincts.
Right.
So some things to keep in mind, instead of blaming or attacking. Right. You always do this, you never do that.
Right. Which never goes over well.
No, it doesn't. Try using I statements.
Oh, okay.
Right, like I feel hurt when this happens.
Right.
Or I feel frustrated when you do this.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're taking ownership of your own feeling.
Right.
Right, you're not putting it on your partner.
Right.
And then really try to listen
to
your partner's perspective.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have a valid point of view, too.
Right.
Even if you don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to understand where they're coming from.
Okay.
And remember, the goal isn't to win.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
That's hard to remember.
Yeah. The goal is to understand.
Right.
And to find a solution together.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. And finally, we come to the one that is probably the hardest to implement.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe the most important.
This is a biggie.
Yeah.
This is a biggie.
And that is self-care.
Self-care.
I love the image that this expert used.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
You can't show up as your best self for your partner.
Right.
If you're running on fumes.
If you're depleted.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not selfish.
Right.
To prioritize your well-being. It's essential.
Yeah.
For you and for the relationship.
And I feel like that's the thing that we often forget.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't possibly show up in a healthy way for anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So make sure you're taking time for yourself.
Right.
To do things that fill your cup. Yeah. Whether it's, taking a walk in nature.
Right.
Reading a book.
Right.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
Taking a bath.
Right.
Whatever it is that makes you feel good.
Right.
Make time for it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 15 minutes a day.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good point. You don't have to go away for a week at a spa.
No.
Right. It can be small things.
Yeah, small things that you do consistently.
Yes.
Okay, so we covered a lot.
We did.
Communication, appreciation.
Boundaries.
Conflicts.
Self-care.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But the key takeaway here is these are common challenges.
Yes.
Not relationship death sentences.
Exactly. Every couple goes through these things. Right. It's how you handle them that makes the difference.
And that leads us to an important question.
Yes.
For all of you listening. What is one small change that you can make?
Yes.
Inspired by this deep dive.
Yeah.
That could have a positive ripple effect on your relationship.
It could be as simple as sending a more thoughtful text or setting aside 15 minutes for yourself each day.
Right.
Just one small thing.
Yeah, even the smallest steps can lead to big changes.
Absolutely.
Remember, relationships are a journey. We are all learning and growing along the way.
And it's a journey you take together.
Right.
Not alone.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.